This is Hillary Kramer, the Millionaire Maker. And as promised, we are back with stocks that you want to buy. We're going to differentiate for you the stocks that are falling knives between the stocks that just have had a nice big breath of air and are ready to go flying back up high, because not everything just goes all the way up. So we have a very special sector we want to talk about that's just going to get hotter and hotter. Now, traditionally, it's the esports sector, but
Yep.
originally that really meant video gaming. Like for me, that was making money for my subscribers and game changers on Electric Arts, Activision Blizzard, Take Two. Those are
Yep.
names we've just done phenomenally with. And we also got our subscribers into them at the very beginning of the pandemic. You all made a lot of money on that, but now we're going to the next level of esports, and we have some names for you that I think you want to buy. So let's start with the first name, Tal, which is really interesting that we've done a lot of work on.
Yeah. So there's a couple. I think you can get into the mobile side, but that's kind of a little bit played. What I really like and what we saw a lot about in the news today about the GameStop news is Super League Gaming. They're basically a tournament thrower. They're also attached to like an esports team, if you will. It's kind of like sponsored team, and they sponsor players who are in all sorts of arena type games. The big ones are on PC, but some of them are also on console. And you saw them go almost double in price this week after news came out that Citron Research, along with a lot of other people, have projected that if GameStop wants to keep this rush moving and keep going up, they're going to need to vertically integrate, and this might be a great way to do that because they're trying to move into the mobile or the online gaming space. But another one I really want to talk about is Allied Sports and Entertainment. This company used to be, basically they run kind of like tournaments, but for the most part, it was like kind of poker tournaments and gambling site type sites. But they just recently sold their WSOP licensing, and they're moving into kind of the more traditional esports arena.
What is WSOP for those
sorry.
who...
So the World Series of Poker, right? Like the gaming that you might see associated with that kind of licensing on it, right? So all the poker sites and all the poker apps and that kind of stuff, but they're now moving into the traditional gaming. I think these two companies are to look out for. This is going to be $15-20 billion industry, not that far in the future. They are talking about one or two companies alone holding a like $2 billion space in the next year. And I think there's a lot of growth there. This is a huge growth opportunity.
Okay, so esports makes so much sense here. We have these great names, and really Allied Sports really is your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Of the new group coming in.
Right.
What about Roblox? Now, Roblox is going to go and have an IPO soon, but that's a platform by which anyone who wants to design gaming, for online, everything is like turnkey ready. You don't have to do much programming and coding in order to create whatever you have in mind. So it's the platform. It's like buying Coinbase instead of Bitcoin.
That's
truly,
right.
It's like
yeah, sorry, go for it.
It's like buying Roku instead of buying, a content company, right? Roku is like the way. Roku is it when it comes to streaming media. So, okay, so we like those gaming stocks. Let's just take a few minutes and talk about, I got to say, what about these post-pandemic stocks? It's like everyone asks me, Hillary, Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean. I have seen Norwegian has come down pretty hard, and Norwegian has those big mega ships and appeals to a big, large swath.
I also think these companies, not all of them have bounced back. Some of them have, but do we envision a world without cruises? Do we envision a world without airplanes? No, right? So it's just a matter of time. But the real question, I think, is this going to be an in and out quickly opportunity, or is this going to be a buy when it's low and hold on? Because it might not be a very fast recovery, right? You might still see things about the pandemic like slowing the general economy, travel for years to come. So, I mean, if you want to see it creep up and you miss the opportunity as it goes dollar by dollar by dollar, or you buy now when it's low and it's affordable and you hold on.
Well, given all of that, I think in our conversation today, one is much better off just looking at the price of oil going towards $70 a barrel, looking at a blue Washington, D.C., looking
Right.
for people who are upset that it costs so much to gas up their automobile. And all of that leads us right back to the autonomous vehicles. Tesla was the leader who started it out. And now you have all these follow-ons from Neo to Lee, and of course, all of the lithium battery operators, microvision, LiDAR technology sensors. That's where you want to be. Check out hillarykramer.com. We have all these stocks. Our subscribers getting them months, if not years, before everyone else. Or just listen to us, watch us on YouTube. Thank you so much, Millionaire Maker, and we'll be right back with more stocks you need to own while there's blood in the streets.